Company and project dashboards are another new feature that's been added to Collabor8 Online version 2. You can have individual dashboards showing you relevant project information for each of your different projects. You can have a different dashboard for each project if you wish. And you can have an overall company dashboard that consolidates the information from all of your projects. Let's just have a look at that in more detail. I'm on the company dashboard here, and I'm just going to add a couple of dashboard tiles. But first, I'm going to point out that you can configure the colors and look and feel of Collabor8 with this new version. You can introduce what we call a dark sidebar on the left-hand side. You can choose your primary and secondary colors to overall white label the product to match your own company branding. Got a couple of examples here. Got an account called Live Testing here. You can see we've gone for a shade of green with a different logo. Another example here shows you the dark sidebar, and you can also see there the first of the project dashboards that we're looking at. I'm going to navigate back to my own company now, ABC, and change the overall company dashboard by just adding a couple of tiles. Clicking here on Dashboard Tiles, look to add. We can make the tiles full width, half width, quarter width. You can basically build and configure this as you like. I'm going to go for a full width tile, and I'm just going to pick a basic one that gives me an overall activity level on all of my projects. I'm going to save that one, and below that I'm going to add a further full width field, and I'm going to go for the full audit trail on the whole activity that we have. Now at the moment the audit trail would come out first and the activity levels would be below. I'm going to drag and drop that up here to just change the statistics slightly, so I've got the usage at the top and the activity log at the bottom. Clicking to the dashboard now, you can see we've immediately got a graphical representation of that activity level and then my traditional look and feel audit trail coming along at the bottom. These tiles are being added to all the time. If I look at one of my live projects, you can see here we've gone for an image of the project, a location map, block of text, maybe containing some contact information or anything that you think is relevant. Then we get a bit more of the informative content. Here I've gone for a tile that displays the statuses of documents. How many are pending, how many are declined, how many are in final stages. Moving down further, I've got lists of all current open RFIs on this project, and then in more detail I'm looking at just the RFIs that are assigned to me that need my attention, and then an overall view of all RFI assignments across the project. I can check to see which RFIs are being answered, which are in progress. Perhaps there's a bottleneck or a backlog there that we could help out with or get involved with. More information about activity levels. I've chosen to view a few sets of folders that are busy on my dashboard, and then finally I've dropped an activity audit trail on the bottom. So project dashboards are eminently configurable. You can have a different dashboard for each project and a different company level dashboard. You can also have dashboard templates, so once you've got a nice setup you can save that template and use it again and again on all of your different projects. So company dashboards, company and project dashboards, a couple of new features on Collabor8 version 2. And finally, one new feature that our users have been asking for, I think just about ever since the project was launched. As we know, with Collabor8 Online you can create your folders and create your folder structures in this left-hand navigation bar, and you can create them in any order that you wish. But all too often people will say that, look, I've put my folder new issues at the bottom here, I'd like to move it up to the top level, and you can do that now just by dragging and dropping. So you can reorder your folders by dragging and dropping. You can even take a utilities folder here and drop it into a subfolder, drop it into structural engineers. So I've moved that now to be a subfolder of here. So you've got complete drag and drop functionality on the layout and structure of your folders in the left-hand navigation bar, providing of course you have permission to do this. Looking actually at some files, we've also added the ability to drag and drop files within their permissions on your list. So I can pick up my A117 job here, or file here, drag it up to the top, and the system will reposition that and push the other documents down. So two aspects of drag and drop, dragging and dropping on the left-hand navigation bar and dragging and dropping from here. And finally, if you have inadvertently placed a document in the wrong folder, you can actually drag this document across and move it to a different folder. So drag and drop on the left hand nav bar within a folder, and even from one folder into another folder.